Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Anyone here? Hello? 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 Anyone here? Hello? Hello? Inside your virtue, no one can ever hurt you. Tecto YT says hello. Lady Gangster 1 says yo. Jack's Vax and Safety, the third person to join the stream, says first. Brady Henderson says hey. Says I did not find no vacuums. Aw, sorry to hear that. Do 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 do. Her name is Alice. My new iPhone 6s screen arrived today. Wonderful. Sorry, I'm just letting everyone know because I always miss it. See, I always think, oh, I have like a minute to, and then I can start the stream, but then it lags, and then it always starts the stream at 8:01 or 8:03 or something instead of 8 o'clock, which I keep trying to start it at the exact same time, and it never works. It never ever works. I need to just like start early instead. Let's see, streaming now. Her name is Alice. The following live stream is sponsored by Diet Dr. Pepper. No, it's not. It's really not. I'm just practicing so that way if I get an actual sponsor, then I know how to do it right. If you're going to sell out properly. Because I love the taste. Oh, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. I love the taste of Diet Dr. Pepper. I love the taste of Diet Dr. Pepper. Yeah. I received a Dirt Devil Pro Power, and even with clean filters, it's crap. Also, my comment was delayed. What meme do you like? I'm not a fan of memes. I do not like memes. I'm not a meme person. They were crap even when new. Yeah, it's just about. Dirt Devil Pro Power. Where have I heard that name before? Are you in the Discord server? If not, you should be. While I'm on this stream, I'm going to go ahead and clean out and clean off this. Oh my gosh. I haven't done a video on this yet. That will pop up at some point, but if you're in the stream, then congrats, you get to see it first. So I got this. They clearly used it to vacuum up some sort of paint. But the good news is that Dysons clean up very, very well when it comes to paint residue. Dysons clean up very beautifully because paint marks are able to wipe off of this with ease. Sometimes you don't even have to use the abrasive side of a sponge. Sometimes you can just scrub it off, like with this attachment. Ooh, you got a DC-18. Ha! You're able to catch it just by seeing the top of it. I mean, you can tell that it's just from this that it's either a 17 or an 18. But yes, try not to pull it up into the ceiling fan. And I pulled the cord off so I could test. I can make sure the hose is good and everything. I haven't turned it on yet. Beep beep, I'm a sheep. What's going on, guys? Hello. So this was an interesting story, and I'll tell this story again whenever I do the actual video on this. But this Dyson, I got it from someone. They bought it brand new. According to the serial date, they bought it brand new in 2006. And they just hardly ever used it. They only used it a couple times. And after they used it a couple times, they just didn't do anything with it. They just put it in storage. And so it's in great shape. And I'm very happy. The wheels and the brush plate are pretty scratched up. And this cyclone assembly does still need some cleaning. Also, I don't know if the filter that's in it is the correct filter, because it looks like it's barely too small. like if you look at this looks like it's too small because it's not very tight in there. It like moves around a little bit. Is that supposed to do that? The one from OfferUp? No, this one I got I got this locally from a Facebook Marketplace. Someone was in the next town over, and they had it, and they had just listed it, and I'd always wanted one of these, so I went ahead and got it. And he wanted, considering the condition it's in, he wanted a really good price for it, so I was willing to do that, especially because so now that I have this, I'm going to sell the DC-07 original, and that'll more than pay for this. So in the end, I'm actually not losing out on any sort of money. If I refurbish up the DC-07 original and sell it, then I will. This thing wobbles a lot. It's clearly supposed, like, if you put it like completely straight up, then it wobbles on the ball a little bit. I don't know if it's supposed to do that. Yeah, it looks like it's supposed to. So I think it's just designed to lean back a little bit. Because if you actually put it fully upright, it kind of wiggles a little bit to the sides. See, that's the problem. I'm assuming that's... See, I've always wanted one of these, but now that I have one, I understand why these were very short-lived. However, I still really like it, and I'm still happy to have it. The only thing is that he said that it had both attachments, meaning the combo tool and the stair tool, but he dropped the stair tool at some point, but he said that if he finds it, he'll let me know. I went ahead and bought another stair tool because thankfully I found one. There was one in Canada, so I placed an order for that. So I'll have both of the attachments for the DC-18. And I have not turned this on yet, but I'm pretty sure, I mean, with the condition it's in, I have no doubt that it'll work just fine. But I don't want to turn it on yet because I want to turn it on in the video. But for now, I am cleaning it up a little bit, which I know, that's not exactly how, it won't be exactly the way I got it, but this isn't the sort of thing where it's like, oh, this is one I found in the dumpster, so let's see me restore it. No, this doesn't need a whole ton of work, so whatever condition it's in, it's going to look pretty much the same, even after a mild cleaning. So there's a lot of paint and stuff in here. So I'm just kind of doing this. I figured if I was going to do this, I might as well stream it. How do you get this off? Oh, like that? Okay, that makes sense. I never had an 18 or a 17, but I'm very happy to have this 18. I do still want a 17. I want to get the blue 17. I don't think they made a blue 18 in America, right? I know in the UK they had the blue one. Is my mic quiet? Let me turn it up a bit. There we go. How's that sound? Sorry, I turned it up a little bit. My mic's a little bit further away so it doesn't pop. There, does that sound better? I turned the mixing up a little bit. And I'll turn it on the mic itself. There we go. How's that sound? Does that sound better? Is that too loud? Hello? Boop. All right, am I good? So, what was I saying? Okay, so the filters are supposed to do that. Okay, so I do need to wash that filter, but it's not too bad. So there's like a huge gash right here. It looks like it was dropped right here on the handle onto concrete because there's a huge gash right there. But I can still get replacement wands. One thing that's nice is that even though you can't find this actual vacuum very often anymore, if I look on eBay, I can still find a lot of these parts. Attachments, no, but I can still find wands, I can still find hoses, I can still find cyclone assemblies, and if I'm lucky, I can still find replacement cleaner heads, like fully replacement cleaner heads assemblies, and definitely brush bars. So since this is one that I'll be keeping, so is there any way to push this back down without it being attached to the hose? Huh. Maybe there isn't. I'm not sure. I've never had an 18. Don't I just hold this button like I would on a 14? No. Okay, I guess that's just stuck like that. Or do I have to press this little clip in here? Oh, I see. So there's a little clip in here that you push, and then I can put this through and cap it off like that. There we go. And of course, this handle was on the 17, and it was on some of the 14s as well. And they had a version on some of the 15s that was arced the other way, which is the same as it is on my 15. So my 15 has it where it arcs down, but it's still this version. The 14 one is identical to this, as is the 17. Meaning in design, obviously they're not compatible with each other, but in design they're effectively very similar. I love the DCO1 design. Anyone else? I like that too. Of course, we have the Phantom Thunder and the Phantom Domestic, which is pretty close to it. And I honestly, I think the Phantom. What do you think? Do you think the Phantom looks better, or do you think the Dyson DCO1 looks better? Because I think the Phantom looks better, but that's just me. Well, here's the thing. I think if the Dyson was available in black, or if the Phantom was available in gray, so they were the same color, then I think it'd be a more fair comparison. I've got 3 Dysons. I'm selling 2 of them. Nice. I think you mentioned that before. Oops. That probably scratched my desk because this is metal, but yeah. Ooh. Huh. That wand cap is still pretty tight, so that's still good. DCO1. I figured. I like the first Phantom. Yeah. Raise your hand if you think Dyson is one of the best, newest machines. I just broke my arm and I just got out of the emergency room and I'm in a lot of pain, but I didn't want to miss your stream. You are not obligated to watch my stream. If you'd rather heal and watch something that's actually entertaining, please go do so. Otherwise, if you want to watch a stream, then great. Whatever you want. True, my DCO7 was covered with paint. It cleaned up nicely. Yeah, that's the thing I love the most about Dysons. Is that Dysons clean up very, very well. The quality of the plastic they use, especially on the newer ones, like this darker plastic, is so much better. These things age a lot better, even than 7s and 14s that are the same age, because this plastic is just. It seems like with Dyson, the darker the plastic, the darker the gray plastic. Obviously, the purple plastic was really brittle. But any of the gray and metallic plastic like this, the darker it got, the stronger it was and the better it seemed to age. So, let's see, is this hose split? I can tell this has had very little use, because this hose is relatively clean. There's a serial number, there's no splits, no gaps in the hose. Probably looks suggestive. There's some dirt kind of stuck at the top here, but that's normal. It's got that hose that mounts at the bottom. Oh, I didn't even notice that. It's got like a little black section there. That's interesting. I didn't even see that. Huh. I've never seen that before on one of these. I'm assuming that's the same on the 17. Look at that. I've never seen that before. That's like some little whatchamacallit. I guess just slide this down into. Maybe I'm probably not doing it right. I think I'm supposed to do that. Supposed to do that and then slide it over. There we go. There's a lot of play in this one, just like the original ball. There's a lot of wiggle wobblies in this machine. You can't see this, can you? So this is kind of crazy. Let's see. Bappa says, "Yo, I'm here. Does it still work?" I haven't yet to turn this on, so I don't know if this works or not. And I don't want to turn this on because I think my dad's on the phone. This cyclone assembly is kind of hard to put on for some reason. Can you show the 15? The 15's in the other room, so I don't want to get the 15 out, and it still needs a ton of work. So I don't want to get that out right now. I have a ton of other machines in my room, though. The only ones that aren't in my room are the other 33, the Breeze, the Shark Navigator Liftaway, the Steam Vac, the DC-15, and the Dirt Devil Breeze. I don't know why this isn't clipping on there. Oh, there we go. Okay. It's just being a bit stiff. Probably because it's still kind of new. It's just anytime it's not, it like does that, I'm like worried I'm going to break it. Yeah, there we go. Has a filter. Wants you to wash every 6 months. This has... Doesn't this have the level 3 root cyclone technology that the 17 has, or is this just normal root cyclone technology? I'm assuming it's just normal root, because it doesn't advertise... Pretty sure it just advertises root cyclone technology. Still has a genuine Dyson HEPA filter in it. It's in great shape. I haven't looked at the bottom yet. Oh, that looks pretty good. That looks good. A little bit dusty. The wheels are kind of messed up. Mostly because he rolled it. Literally, whenever he went to bring it to me, I literally heard like a crunching sound, and I cringed really hard because he was rolling it on the parking lot. Because he was actually rolling the vacuum on the parking lot, and as a result, there are scratches. The entire wheels are completely scuffed to shit, and so is this back panel where the wheels actually hold on. I think you can get replacement wheels and install them pretty easily, from what I understand, but I could be wrong. Of course, there's the ball. I believe this is this the only Dyson where the motor isn't inside the ball? Now that I think about it, because the 15 was in the ball, the 24, the 25, the 40, the 41, the 65, all the other balls. So this is the only ball Dyson where the motor is not inside the ball. That's interesting. It's almost like a shark, how the motor is on this upper part of the vacuum. That's really interesting. I wonder if I can clean off some of these scratches. Can I buff out some of these scratches? I don't think I can. I don't think that's happening, unfortunately. Why roll a vacuum on concrete? Yeah. OMG, whenever I sell a vacuum, I always pick them up so their wheels aren't destroyed. Yeah, like, I was freaking out. I was like, no, stop it. And he was kind of like, what? And I'm like... And I was really kind of disappointed when I saw that he just scratched the shit out of the wheels. It's like, why would you advertise... you advertise that your vacuums in I mean, he said it was new. I mean, it's not new, but he said I only used it a couple times, so it's basically new. And then you scratch the absolute fuck out of the wheels, like, because here's the thing, it not even like in regards of the condition of the vacuum, but like, if you scratch these wheels, that means that there are now imprints, not imprints, there are now scars essentially on the wheels, and those will scratch your floors. So if you roll this thing on your floor, it's going to scratch. If you have a hardwood or like a fragile linoleum floor, it's going to scratch the fuck out of your floors. So like, that's not good. And obviously he's selling this to someone who is going to use it. And if you use this on your floors, these wheels are going to completely destroy your floors. So that's not good. Now I kind of buffed out the wheels a little bit, so now they're not as bad. I might take some magic eraser to that. Maybe I'll be able to kind of smooth those wheels up. Kind of sand them down a little bit. I need to lubricate these too. They're a little bit scratchy. But I think it should be alright. Let's see. The wheel on my Elite is busted. I don't know how to replace it. Oh, that's not good. On which Elite? Is that an Elite Rewind? Is that an original Elite? Is that a new Elite Rewind? How do you even replace the back wheels? They're for sale as replaceable parts, but They look riveted into the back. I don't know how it works. From what I understand, you can replace these. I've never done a wheel replacement on any Dyson, so with my luck, it'll probably be more complicated than it looks. Because I see like something here. I'm about to drop this thing. So I see like something here. It looks like they're like bolted in. There's like cams on either side, but there's no actual like bolt. See, it'd be nice if these were just actual screws and I could just pop the wheels off like this and then just install a wheel on each side of this axle. But I don't think that's the case because the actual axle itself is fine. There's some scuffing, but it's nothing. It's not, you know, a big deal or nothing. It's something I can live with. This mechanism got some stuff on it. This is a pretty complex mechanism. I can imagine this failing a lot. From what I understand, these 18s had a lot of problems with this changeover valve and just a lot of other little issues with small parts. I don't think it was as bad as the DC-28 air muscle at all, but from what I understand, it was still pretty annoying with these. There's also some sticky stuff on these, not wheels, but these little silver ball coverings, whatever you call them. So I'm just kind of cleaning that up too, making that look nice. There's no paint marks on there, so that's good. But again, that doesn't spin all that well. I'm just kind of spin this and just cleaned it all off. Wipe it down. But this is still mostly clean. There's some little bits of paint that I can just kind of scrub off super easily. Alright. And there's nothing on the front, is there? Like, no, like this is all good. This little squeegee is still here, it's still intact. There's hardly anything in the brush. This is all really nice. Of course, there's some paint on the end caps, but I can clean those up nicely. Got some dirt right there that I can scrub off. There we go. And that should be, oops, almost knocked that over. That should be good for now. The wheels are clipped into the DC-18 to the 41 MK2. I have no idea what that means. As far as I know, it's the Kmart Budget Elite. Oh. They have clips on most vacuums. Sand down the wheels with 400 grit so it doesn't get worse. I forgot when the Elite 600 was manufactured, but it's somewhere in the early 90s. Then it's one of the originals. I have a 92, 93 Elite with a shot fan. Oh no. 89 Elite 350. My stepmom had a DC-18 Slim. I love that thing. Yeah. Did she have the all floors model as well, or did she have the animal? I know in the UK. In the UK, they have the all floors, the animal, and the Total Clean, right? And the Total Clean was blue. Of course, the only difference for the colors is the cyclone assembly, so you could convert it just by buying a new cyclone assembly. So I could make this an animal just by buying the purple cyclone assembly. Everything else is identical, which I actually kind of like because it's all standardized, and then you just have the bin that's the one nice little accent color. Honestly, I normally hate the multi-floor versions, but this like metallic orange looks really nice compared to the yellow. I mean, you can see the yellow behind me, like that doesn't look very good. But this orange, I actually don't mind. See, what I really wanted, what I would really ideally like is a DC-17 all floors, because the DC-17 all floors is pretty rare here. The DC-17 was pretty much mainly sold in the purple, and then sometimes in the orange and the blue. So if you see a DC-17, chances are it's going to be the purple, and then sometimes the blue, and even less common, the orange. Whereas this model, the 18, is most common in the all floors, but there is also a purple version. But from what I understand, the 18 only came in those two colors. I don't think the 18 ever came in any other colors, but I could be wrong. Anyone can, at least in the States, someone can correct me if I'm wrong on that. And of course, looking for replacement cyclone assemblies, I only see... It doesn't feel right whenever I put that on. I only see the orange and the purple. Dyson DC41 Mark II. Oh, I see. Isn't that the 65? Got one little paint scratch back here. So of course, once the scrubby side of the sponge doesn't work, then you can just use the abrasive side, and that gets it off. Actually, I think that's an actual pretty deep scratch. When it's an actual scratch, the abrasive sponge doesn't work very well. So that's a scuff right there. That's a pretty bad scuff. On this handle actually has some scuffing on it. And that's a deep gouge too. That's not going to come out. The tool caddy assembly has some dirt and paint in it, but I can clean that out as I'm doing right now. I'm in the UK. We got a DC41 Mark II. I don't think it's this. Oh yeah. In the UK, you got a bunch of other stuff. Well, you guys got like there's a bunch of newer upright Dysons that never saw the light of day here that were exclusive to the UK, and also you guys got those height adjustment controls long before we did. We only got on a couple of machines. You guys have it like on your whole current range, and it's so much nicer. The only thing is that you guys didn't get the 17 or the 28 or the 27. So you didn't get those three machines, but you got this, and you got all the dual cyclonic Dysons and a couple others, and of course different variations of the same models. Like you had a lot more clutchless Dysons for the 07s and the 14s. For the 15, you guys had the DC 15. Well, no, we had the white 15. For you guys it was the allergy. For here was the full kit for the DC 15. But anyways, my Elite is a hard bag Supreme and Green. Yeah, I like the hard bag ones more than the soft bags. I'll be getting a Hoover Elite. I think it's a runabout. I forgot which one it was. But I'll be getting that from one of my teachers at some point. One of my old teachers, because she's been trying to give me one for like over a year now. She kept forgetting about it. But she's going to give me it at some point. And I wanted to like pay her for it because I'm like, hey, I've been really wanting one of those. But she's like, yeah, but it's broken. It has issues. I don't even remember what's wrong with it. So I just want to give it to you because otherwise I'm pretty much just going to throw it away. So you would use it a lot better than I would. And I'm like, well, I can't argue with that. Well, I didn't really say that, but that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, well, I guess I can't really argue with that, can I? See, most of this stuff is just scrubbing right off, and the little bit that isn't is coming right off. I know someone has a white 15. I know Matt about Hoover's has a white 15. He has the DC-15 allergy. He's in the UK. So he has the allergy version, whereas here it was the full kit. At least I know on the 14 it was the full kit. Pretty sure for the 15. No, yeah, for the 15 it was also the full kit. It was either the full kit on the 15 or we didn't get it at all, one of those two. But I'm pretty sure we did get it as the full kit. I don't think it's as common as the... For the 15, the most common version, from what I understand, is the all floors. But the animal's also pretty common. It's almost as common as the all floors model for the 15s. Same thing with the 14s. For the 14s, the all floors and the animal are pretty close as far as which one's more common. In the case of the 07, the all floors is easily more common by a little bit. Probably should just wash this tool instead of just fumbling about with it. It's kind of unnecessary though if I can get it clean just by wiping it, which it looks like I have. This is literally just a vlog of me cleaning my vacuums. I would love a DC-24 drawing. Oh yeah, me too. I forgot about those. I would love to get we call them the blueprint, which I think sounds cooler than drawing, but that's just me. Sometimes we get the better names, sometimes we don't. It honestly just depends. But I would love to get the blueprint edition of either of those machines. I believe they came in the 24 and the 25. But nothing else from what I understand. But I would love to get one of those blueprint variants because those look really nice. I forgot about those. Dang it, you made me want one of those now. And those are going to be hard to find because they're limited edition. See, that's like Dyson actually saying, look, we know some of you guys are collecting our vacuums, so good luck trying to find this one, bitches. That's basically what Dyson said whenever they released those, whether they actually want to admit it or not. See, there's actually some more stuff in there. I'll probably just have to wash that out. We can see that is clean. Is that supposed to be like that? Yes, it is. I think they advertise it like this though. They advertise it with it like that. BRB, gotta get me some ice cream. Ooh, yes, for sure. I have a 96 Kenmore Progressive 400, but it's named Kenmore Progressive. It is blue and bagged with a post-motor filter mounted on the bag door cover. What did James Dyson think of Phantom? Well, from what I understand, I mean, obviously he worked with Phantom. That was the entire reason that Phantom came into existence. I assumed he initially liked it, obviously, because he approved of the idea. But later on, he just kind of started to not really be happy with them, and then that's when they didn't renew their license, didn't renew Phantom's license. I pretty much just said, okay, you guys are on your own now. And, you know, because from what I understand, in theory, Phantom could have kept the dual cyclonic patent and then been competing in the U.S. along with Dyson, because of the time, by the time Dyson entered the U.S. market, they already moved on to root cyclone technology. They never released a dual cyclonic Dyson in the U.S. So, from what I understand, that Phantom could have very easily kept producing dual cyclonic machines had that patent issue been worked out, or had that licensing issue been worked out, and then Dyson could have been competing alongside them with the Dysons, because obviously there's other companies that now exist that use the dual cyclonic technology of Dysons. And throughout this entire time, well, maybe not the entire, no, it did get pulled from the market for a bit, but now they're back now because Dyson doesn't care nowadays. But the Amway ClearTrack, Dyson wasn't happy with the ClearTrack because that was pretty much stolen from them. Actually, no, it was stolen from them. They weren't paid any royalties. The patent was just stolen and not licensed properly. As it was in the UK with the Hoover Vortex. And the what else? There was also the Vectron, which of course was licensed by James Dyson, and that was the first thing to ever hit the U.S. market, was the Vectron. So James Dyson worked very closely with the machine that, at the very least, eventually became the Phantom Thunder, or the Phantom Domestic. So he obviously knew about them initially. I mean, it's kind of hard to not know about something like that when Phantom was doing pretty well at the time. You know, within the first couple of years, they were already selling probably millions of vacuums, and you know, being pretty successful in the U.S. considering they were a brand new brand. I mean, yeah, like Phantom went bankrupt, but you got to think about it. Like, you know, considering they were a brand new brand, they did pretty good considering for a while, considering that they were a brand new brand, completely new to the market, as was Dyson around that time. So, you can remove the hood by sliding two tabs and left and right down. It will allow you to remove the hood. Is there a tab broken on this? Or is that how? No, that's how it's supposed to be. Right? At first I thought that was broken, but I think that's how it's supposed to be. So this little cleaner head, click these two tabs and it pops off, right? Isn't this able to pop off? See, I don't like this because I don't like this handle because it actually rests on that handle when you set it down, and that obviously caused it to get scratched. How does this pop off? Am I doing this right? I'm trying to get this. There we go. Oh, there's some dust in there. Doesn't look too bad. Do 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 do. BRB, I'm gonna play Xbox. Okie dokie. Have fun. I'm just cleaning off this power head. It's surprisingly heavy. Well, then again, there is a motor in here. And it's made in Malaysia by Dyson Limited, Malmesbury, UK. Oh, there is some hair in here. But of course, since this is, it's got some screws as well, and the screws are in good shape. Clean that off. Clean that off. Of course, I can just take a coin, which I should have one somewhere. And I should be able to just open this with a penny. There we go. Open that. And I can pull off this wand cap. And look at that, that pops right out. That's really handy. Oh, and there's a lot of fluff on that side of the motor. So I'll clean that off. See, this is really nice. So it's super easy to service this, which I really, really like. Oh, and there's a lot of hair on that bearing. You can see that. So it's a good thing I opened this. Otherwise, that could cause an issue with the brush roll. Clearly this is the hair that belongs to the dude's girlfriend. Ugh. Yuck. Not saying yuck because of... It's not saying she's gross or anything, just saying I don't know her. So it's weird to be touching a stranger's hair that's wrapped up in a vacuum cleaner. And you can't really see this, can you? This is pretty much just a podcast at this point. What you can actually see me doing is kind of irrelevant. There's some more like paint remnants. I could in theory just replace these wand caps, but I don't need to. Of course there's some paint marks, but those are super easy to clear up. This is really long hair too. So this is what you need to maintain on these Dysons, is the hair gets wrapped around these spindles, and sometimes it can cause the brush roll to jam and just not work right. So if you clear all this out, the vacuum will continue to last a long time. Pulling all this hair off. And I don't like the fact that the hair is damp. I do not like that one bit. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Clean up the vacuum cleaner. Which makes me a vacuum cleaner. Oh, my arm just popped. Hey Trace, have you ever seen a Kenmore Progressive 100, 200, 300, or 400? That I'm not sure. Because I don't know what they look like just by looking at them. You know, I'm not as familiar with Kenmores. They all look pretty much the same to me. So it's kind of hard for me to tell the difference between them. I think I can just wash this, can I? Why is the hair damp? Yes, precisely. That does not smell good. I'm actually gonna wash this cap. I'll clean the brush rolls later, but I'm actually gonna wash that one cap. Did I already pull this one off? No, I didn't. You can't even see that, can you? 33's in the way. I don't know why I left the cord down, because I'm not even powering this on yet. So of course, to service this, you can see the little coin slot right there, which you probably can't see. You just give it a little counterclockwise half turn. This end cap pops out, and ooh, sometimes it pulls the brush roll out with it. Sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, and there's a lot of hair. Look at the hair wrapped around there. You can see that, right? It's just a big hairball. Chance, you might want to wash your hands. Oh, believe me, I will. But obviously I'm not going to spend... Oh, see, that came off in one big chunk. Okay, so that was easy. Obviously I'm going to wash my hands. But I'm not going to, stop and wash my hands until after I'm done, because I'm going to pull all this apart, and then I'm going to... Ugh. See, that also came off in one big chunk. And it blew dust in my face. See, now that's all clean. Look at that. Nice and clean. Ugh. This is what sucks about this industry. And no, that wasn't a joke. I'm being serious. This is the worst part of it, is just cleaning up people's gunk. There frankly should be like a higher universal minimum wage for this kind of work, honestly. But hey, there are people who... Maybe I shouldn't say that. See, all the hair came off this one just fine. Because there are people that work in sewers, people that work in, medicinal waste industries. Like, whenever I think about that, it makes me, not really care about any of this stuff. I may get corona from fixing a vacuum cleaner, but whatever. That's the way I go. It's the way I go. But yeah, so I'm going to wash these caps and make sure these brush pieces... It looks like these brush pieces are fine. I don't think I'll need to replace these. But then again, like I said, I haven't even turned it on yet. But I don't mind doing all this, because this is the kind of vacuum where I know I'm going to be able to get something out of it if I decide I don't want it. So working on it before I turn it on isn't necessarily bad luck. Unless the motor's like completely gone, which I don't really see being the case, considering that this is in decent condition. So I don't see that as being realistic. See, that this actually has dust in it. I'm wondering if I can wash this out without hurting this bearing. I'm wondering. Because some of these you can wash out, and some of these you really can't because it can cause the bearing to freeze. Tectoil YT, what do you think? Can I wash these? Can I wash these brushes? Because the bearings are all on the end caps, aren't they? Or no, the bearings are on the motor head, right? I haven't really done an extensive service on a brush roll on one of these newer Dysons in a long time. The last time I ever did one of these, I think, was I worked on a DC-24 back in like 2014, I think. No, 2016. No, not 2016. Well, no. Yeah, for the brush roll, yeah, because there was a DC-24 I worked on, but it didn't have any issues with the brush roll, so I didn't bother to look at it. That's back whenever I wasn't as thorough as I am now. That was back when I'm just like, oh, well, it looks like it works, so I'll leave it. Although, then again, the customer only paid for a suction repair, so actually I did do what I was supposed to do. Obviously, don't do a job I don't pay you for. If you're actually fixing a vacuum for a customer and not just as part of your own collection. See, this cleans up really nicely. Yeah, am I able to wash these? You know, my friend's still going to be watching live stream, but I can't talk because when I'm going to watch it, doesn't have the setup, so I can't talk and be playing games still watching. All right, that's cool. Again, that's fine with me. I mean, you don't have to watch my streams. I'd rather you watch the actual videos, in all honesty, because the actual videos give me money. These streams don't really get me money unless you send a super chat. So if you're worried about just support, then yeah. But you don't have to support either the videos or the streams. It's just whatever you want. Whatever you want to watch, go ahead and watch it. But the only thing I can assume is because I'm so adamant about that, that's probably why people want to. That's probably part of the reason why people like watching, because they're like, whatever. It's like reverse psychology. If I tell you, hey, you don't have to watch. They're like, hey, you don't have to watch it, and the person would be like, oh, well, now I guess I have to watch it, don't I? I'm assuming that's the logic. I could be wrong though. Just pulling all the fuzz out of this brush roll. I think there's like an actual like water pick you could use to just like spray all this crap out of the brush roll, and there's a way you can do it to where it just hits the bristles and not the actual brush. Still, that looks pretty good. There's some dust in this bearing, but I might be able to just vacuum it out. Ugh. I just got an air purifier, but I haven't installed it yet. And now the fact that I'm doing this stream makes me really want to install it. Because now I know why I bought it in the first place. I'm having trouble breathing. That looks good, doesn't it? Look at that. That's pretty. Minus the bearing being, the end cap being full of dust. Like little chunks of dust just stuck in there. Where's my screwdriver? Yeah. My pants are dirty. Ugh. Yeah. Braden Diaz sent a super chat of $0. Thank you. Can you install it on the stream? I'm doing a video on it on the air purifier tomorrow. On tomorrow, I'm either doing the video on this or on the air purifier, whichever one you guys would rather see. And I'll probably do a stream with Boppo as well. Ugh. See, this is why I normally don't like to. Now I remember why I don't stream this stuff, because if I'm just doing a video, I can take a break to just sneeze my brains out. Yeah, dust bunny flying right in my face. All right, this probably looks ridiculous. But yeah, so there's the. Oh, what just fell? Oh, there we go. All that stuff fell out. There we go. Now all that crap's falling out. And there's more hair wrapped around the inside of this brush roll. Have you unboxed it yet? Unboxed what yet? Oh, no. I'm still in the box. I just bought it today. It had no attachments and no bell. I'm going to do a YouTube video on my camera progressive cans. Prepare, put build collection back in was what started my collection. Oh, that's cool. Where's my yellow screwdriver? If I can find it. Where did I put my yellow screwdriver? Did I set it somewhere? Huh. I have no idea where I set that screwdriver. Anyways, I guess I got the sponge out, so I might as well clean off this brush since I'm probably not going to be able to wash it. Have you got a toothpick to get out the hair? No, I don't own a water pick. Besides, I probably shouldn't spray water into this thing anyways. Ugh, fall right onto my chair. So that side's clean. So this side's completely clean. It's just this side that's open. This open bearing. Is this a bearing? I'm so stupid sometimes. See, sometimes I know exactly like what something is and how to fix it. And there's sometimes my brain just decides, no, I'm not going to cooperate today, so figure it out on your own. Today's one of those days. Just clean off all this dirt. Make this brush look nice. It's just dripping dirt all over me. Where is that brush, or that screwdriver? I just had my yellow Phillips head screwdriver, and I don't know where it went. Small screwdriver to get the hair. Whatever, there's another one I have. I don't know why I was so persistent on finding that Phillips head when I could have just used this flathead the entire time. The heck? How do you... How do you even get this out then? There we go. Now we can pull this all out with all the dust and the hair. Isn't that gross? All this is just jammed inside this brush roll. Should have just renamed the stream Cleaning Out a Dyson. Or I should just name the stream This Is Why You Don't Buy a Dyson. So if this was a SIBO, I probably would have been done already. I think I can say that pretty confidently, even though I never worked on a SIBO. Just gotta kind of Slide the hair off. There we go. Oh, there we go. That's nice and clean. And just some dust. It's in there. There we go. Now that's clean. See? Look at that. That's nice. Nice and clean. So that work paid off. We actually got it cleaned. And now the hair is stuck to the sponge. That's gross. Alright. So now I can just kind of scrub out this section. And now I have to wipe off the actual brush again because all that dust settled on the brush. And then this brush will be good to put back in. There we go. This is not an ideal tutorial. Why is everyone trying to kill each other now? Did you clean all that powder up you got in the DC-30? Yeah, I used the Bissell Big Green commercial with the HEPA bag to get it. Oh, mine had a bad clutch and my idiot self threw it away. You didn't just buy a new clutch for 30 bucks? Seriously? You're spelling hair wrong makes me mad. Who cares? I have a lot of hair to cut after quarantine. Did you clean all that powder? Yeah, I already answered that. Hello there, Inteltech. Smash it. I fucking hate Dysons. Sometimes Dysons use talkhead screwdrivers to unlock... Oh, you mean, Torx? Is that what you meant to say? F in the chat. Knife emojis, destroy a Dyson. Yeah, I'm never going to destroy a Dyson, I don't think. At a distance, it looks like a 2191 roller, not going to lie. Well, yeah, it's because it's gray with red bristles. It'd be 2190, because 2190 had red bristles, because that's the turbo. 2191 is the Helix with the blue bristles. Blue or purple or whatever. I have no clue. What did I say? Did I say something? Whatever. This thing just spat some water on me. This thing's clean now. I'm happy. It's gonna be nice and clean. So then even if this ends up not working, even if like the motor head in the brush roll or something doesn't work, I can still sell these brushes for friggin' $30 or something like that. You get my money back out of the work I put into this. Pull this stupid hair out. See, this one has a bunch of gunk in it. This one's got a bunch of dust and crap in it too. But this one isn't as much hair, it's just dust. Are you able to use a DC-18 with just one of these rollers in? I'm assuming not. But like if I didn't put this back in and I just put it in the other one, would it work with that other one? 2191U is purple, 2191 is blue. I know, I have one. I have both of them. Or unless you were saying that for the people watching the stream. See, like these little dirt particles. You can just scrape it out. I don't think so. If I spray this as water real quick, just to get the dust out, and then I stick something in there to dry it real quick before it, so it doesn't have a chance to like rust. It should be fine, right? All right. I will be right back. I'm going to go wash these super quickly, and then I'm going to wash my hands. Why do I feel like Inteltech Studios is the only person to fix the vacuum on stream? Because he's doing it right now. Probably because I'm the only one doing it on video. Anyways, I'm going to wash these parts, both the brushes and the end caps, because YOLO. And then I'm going to obviously wash off the spuns, and then I'm going to wash off myself. So I'll be back in like a minute, 2 minutes. So nobody do anything stupid. Mods, keep the place going. How many of y'all are still here? Oh wow, 12 of you. What did I miss? I dropped that penny. 2 hours later, so much later the old narrator quit his job and we had to... So much later that the old narrator quit his... No. So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and we had to hire a new one. 2 hours later. 2 hours later. What's that clicking in the background? That's my ceiling fan. That's my ceiling fan. Yeah, that was gross. Anyways. I think the plush is dead. No, the plush is alive. He's just sleeping. He sleeps all day. And then he sleeps all night. He just always sleeps. He's kind of a freeloader, but he's cute, so I allow it. Let's see. Then there are just 2 Dysons in the background. Yes. DC33 can't help his friend up. Oh, poor guy. Well, he can't help his friend up because his friend doesn't have any feet. That's why. The friend ain't got no feet. DC18's dead. No, it's not. It better not be dead for how much I paid for it. He's back. Yes, he is. No. Does the fan wobble? A wobble can cause clicking. It is indeed wobbling right now. So yes, that would likely be causing the clicking. Alright, now I'm caught up with the chat. Surprised that I got this many viewers to literally stand at the podium. No, why did I say podium? To literally leave for a few minutes, and I still got 15 viewers. I still got the same number of viewers if I was there than when I was not. Who am I, Donald Trump? No, I'm not quite. I'm not Trump. Anyone send me any texts while I was gone? Oh my, yes. Need to tighten all the screws on the fan blades and the brackets. I ain't fucking doing that. Maybe I should do that. Then again, I guess I can't really bitch if someone doesn't feel like fixing a vacuum, and then I'm the same way towards a ceiling fan. Fan of vacuums 2 enters the chat. You can get a fan balancing kit to help. I gotta buy a damn kit now? I'll just tighten the screws. Inteltech's gonna ban me. Nah. I'll just mute you. They just torture vacuums. Yeah, I ain't buying a balancing kit, but there's probably just a screw that needs, there's probably just a screw or two that need to be retorqued. Obviously all that shaking has probably caused a screw to come a little bit loose. So I may just have to retorque it. But yeah. So far I'm really happy with this DC18, but I haven't even turned it on yet. Vacuum up kitty litter ASMR. See, that annoys me because that's what they did that with this. Like, how the fuck do I take this off? Oh yeah, press this button. So they actually, you see those little white things clogged in the cyclone assembly? See, I don't want to drip any dust on my desk. Not drip, but you know what I mean. You see those little things clogging up? That's cat litter. That is cat litter. And I don't even know how to get those out. Do I just have to poke each little kernel out, I guess? So there's friggin' cat litter clogged in the pores of this thing. So in the little in the little time that they had it, or in the little time that they used it, they managed to suck up a bunch of cat litter and a bunch of paint, and also scratch the shit out of the wheels, and lose the stair tool, because the guy just texted me and said, "Hey, I haven't found the stair tool yet, but I'll message you when I do." So, and I said, "Fantastic, thank you." How the hell do I take out this HEPA filter? I've never taken out a HEPA filter in DC-18. Do I just twist it? I'm not gonna mess with that. I don't want to break it. Use a brush. Yeah, I'll do that later. Later on, I'll pull apart this entire Cyclone and clean it out. Cause I mean, it doesn't really need it. Like, none of the Cyclones are clogged or anything, but still, before I start using it, I want to make sure that it's completely clean. And I'm only gonna use it I'm not gonna use it too often, but I'm gonna use it decently. It's not gonna be a daily driver. Maybe should I do like what all those other vacuum YouTubers do and do a vacuum of the month? Should I do that? Just pick a vacuum and just use it all month. Sounds like a good idea. I got plenty of vacuums. I mean, I got friggin' enough to do 2 years and I have enough to not use any of these vacuums for 2 years straight, or not use each of these vacuums for 2 years straight if I go in order, because I've got at least 24 vacuums. I use powder in my vacuums for my years, and they were always fine. Well, that's fine. You're just wrong. I think there's some scuff marks there. At some point, I'll go back over this more thoroughly. Dang it, I should have washed that filter while I was in there. Whatever. At some point, I'll wash all of this, because this bin needs a wash. This flap needs a wash. I need to wash this whole thing. However, the vacuum itself doesn't need it. And that's just really nice. So once I get it back together, once a stair tool is ordered, and once this is clean, it's going to be perfect. Teto YT says yes. I don't know what you're saying yes to. I have 2 Hunter and ceiling fans in my kitchen. They have a little bit of wobble, but they had since they were new, but work fine. They're really quiet. So they wobble, but they don't make an actual noise. Why is that light bulb out? I just noticed that. Oh, that light bulb's dead. That's why. Yep, that's dead. Okay. Or don't I have this set where it's no? Huh. Ice cream. No. How do you like them apples? I just realized, like, I thought you could see me, like, pulling out the light bulb, but you're just, like, looking at my butt for 10 seconds. Vacuum of the month. Vacuum of the month, or vacuum of the month. So if I do end up doing vacuum of the month, what should the first vacuum be? I guess I'll just do a poll. They have a very slight wobble. One is a bit more noticeable, but it's not bad. Yeah, that's good. Wash your filters at least every 3 to 6 months. See, because like at first they said 6 months, and then they said 3 to 6 months, and then they just said 3 months, and then now they just say a month. They're just like, wash your filter every month. They've just given up. They're just like, nope, wash it every month. So it's kind of funny how you can upgrade your vacuum and you have to wash the filter 6 times as often as you would have otherwise. See, I hear so many like vacuum repair technicians be like, yeah, they say you can wash it every 6 months on the 07s and 14s, but you really should wash it every time you vacuum. Like Performance Review says, like, you should wash it every time you vacuum. In the case of the Shark, yeah, I agree. Or in the case of Abyssal or anything like that, yeah, wash it every time. But Dyson's, I don't know what the hell people are sucking up in their Dysons, because I use a Dyson for a year straight and the filter barely has a gray tint to it from dust. And suction's still fine, airflow through the filter is still fine. So I don't know what the heck people are sucking up where they have to wash their filter every month on an 07 or a 14. Or every time they use it, as some people even say. Which at that point is like, what, 4 times a month? Twice a month, depending on how often you vacuum? Because you should be vacuuming every week, right? I'm into fixing many things besides vacuums. So am I. I fix vacuums, I fix phones, I fix computers, I fix game consoles, I fix broken hearts, I fix a lot of things. But right now, I'm mostly fixing vacuums. That's one thing that I don't get about Dyson. I know why they do it, but it's like, it's kind of annoying how you have to have the bin flap open to pull the bin off. Because like I have to press the button, and then now I can pull the bin off. Also, why is it shaped like that? Why can't that just be like straight up and down? Why does it have to be at an angle like that? Is there a reason to that? Is there any reason to that at all? Same thing with the warranty. Like Dysons, they have like this just had a 5-year warranty. This I just registered this today. This is under warranty until, like, according to Dyson's website, this is under warranty until May 22nd, 2025. That means when I turn 24, this thing's still going to be under warranty. Or 25. Why did I say no? Yeah, 25. No. My brain is not working today. But yeah, whereas newer Dysons are like, what, 2 years, 3 years? See, because Dysons, they used to be 2 years. Like, when the 07s first came out, they were 2 years. And then the DC07 full gear was 3 years. And then at some point, they upped it to 5 years. And then they went back down to 2 years. And now they're all at 2 years again. What did the fake John Smith keep saying in the chat? Why are you asking me? I don't remember. How would I know? Sorry, that was a bit more snappy than I wanted it to be. How would I know? Yeah, I vacuum at least 5 times a month. Dirt Double Power Max Pet. Yeah. I have no clue. Yes, I have the Power Force still. Power Forces still. Well, of course, the Power Force bag, doesn't really need anything like that. You just change the bag every month or whatever, whenever it fills up, and then... I mean, on my Power Forces, I never have to clean the premotor filter. Never. Is your Power Force the same? It should be, if it's the same one, which it is. Because you have a 3522, I have a 3522-R-5, a 1398, a BG U145T, and they're all the same. At least they should be. It's a piece of hair. Man, I really hate bagless vacuums. But if I'm going to have a bagless vacuum, then a Dyson's a pretty good one. Sweeper, he said sweeper. Don't say sweeper. I hate it. Change the bag and maybe clean the lower filter. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the premotor filter in the Power Force. I've never had to replace that filter. I've never had to clean it. It's always stayed completely clean. Especially since I started using HEPA bags. Then it's somehow even cleaner. Squeaks. Ugh. That's not good. That squeaks a bit. My entire bottom of my bed is just lined with computer parts, grocery bags, and VHS tapes, which you can't even see the tapes because I'm in the way of them. That's empty. Bagged Power Forces are pretty easy to maintain. Precisely, that's why I like them. They're just no bullshit, they just work. No one thinking if I hurt you. Curiosity. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. What's it? Which one's it? 1831. I don't know. No one can. See, now I gotta wash my hands again because this is all dirty and nasty. Yuck. 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 There's some dirt right on this little seal. Now my hands are dusty. Where? Okay, I know where my there are my paper towels. And where's my Windex? My glass cleaner. I don't know where did I put it? I have no idea where I put it. Oh, that's annoying. There's my Febreze. But where's my glass cleaner? Literally, this stream is just me like complaining about not being able to find things for 2 hours. Which, hey, if you're fine with that, then by all means, watch it. I can't find my Windex. My Bissell needs a new premotor filter. Oh. You should still be able to. You're talking about your Power Force, your 3522. You should still be able to find those. It just takes a Style 7 filter. Thing is, the one of the older Power Forces are longer than on the newer ones. But yeah. Or if you're having trouble finding it because of the newer Power Force filters, if you look up the one for the Power Glide or the Power Glide Platinum or whatever, they're all the same filter. Where is my Windex? Oh, here it is. Wonderful. I need to get some of that like car polish, or one of you guys recommended some type of polish that'll make these things look nice. And I forgot what it was called exactly. Why did I take this board off? It's just getting in the way now. See, look at that. It's just getting in the way. Because there's just this dirt that's like stuck in this seal. Actually, I probably should just push this out with a screwdriver, honestly. Which I do have one right here. No one can ever hurt you. Come out and play. Her name is Alice. She comes into the window through shapes and shadows. Alice. And even though she's dreaming, she's unlocked the meaning for you. This kingdom, good riddance. Innocence above the heart. Ew, there's dust in there. Oh, what a surprise, there's dust inside a vacuum cleaner. Actually, the sponge would probably work better for this, honestly. Her name is Alice. She comes into the window through shapes and shadows. Alice. And even though she's dreaming, she's unlocked the meaning for you. This kingdom, good riddance. You found them and of their innocence. It's like you can't even see this. What the fuck? Did I just drop a hair in this little... There's like a little cable right here. Oh, that makes sense. That's where all the electronics are. Surprised that doesn't break more often. Then again, I guess as long as you're careful with it. Then again, because that happened a lot on the 15. See, that's the thing, because this one's from 2006. I first thought these 18s were introduced in 2007, but it looks like it was 2006. And the normal ball was released in 2005. So it's kind of funny because everyone that I know associates the Dyson ball with the 15 and assumes that the 15 was on the market for longer, but the 15 came out in 05, the 18 came out in 06, and then the 24 and 25 came out in 08. So that's weird. So the 18's been around for longer. Although, then again, the 18... No, they were both discontinued at the same time. The 18 and the 15, right? Am I wrong on this? On any of this information? Because this serial number says 49th week of 2006. So, this is a 2006 DC 18. Oh well. You know what? That's good enough. That's good enough to install this cleaner head back on. Just think, are you able to replace because this sole plate has some scratches on it, but it's not too bad. Are you able to replace this sole plate, or do you have to replace the entire cleaner head assembly? Now we just pop this back on, and it just clicks. It doesn't seem to click very well. It just kind of pops on. Doesn't really... Ow! Shit. There we go. There's that click I was looking for. Oh, okay. There we go. And now that's... Yes, that's locked in. So that's both parts locked in. Alright. That's still pretty clear, too. That section is still... has a decent... has a decent amount of clarity to it. And at some point, I'll... Well, then again, I guess I already got it out, don't I? So, where's that paper towel I just had? I'll spray some more and I'll wipe down this cord. I thought the cord on this was a darker gray color to match the rest of the machine, but I guess not. So I usually just spray some Windex on a paper towel. Oops, don't get caught on there. And I just pulled the entire cord through, and sometimes break the paper towel. So that way it just kind of cleans off the cord, shines it up, makes it all nice, and it usually shreds the paper towel in the process. I forgot. This is why I normally do it with a sponge now. And then that cleans up the entire cord. There's no nicks. There's no nicks in the cord. There were some paint marks, but it looks like I'm able to get all those off just fine. There's not much keeping those paint marks on. And then, yep, and there's a bunch of pieces flying off. And the plug is still, this is a little bit bent. but it's still good. It's got some black marks on it, but that shouldn't be a big deal. T-cut. I looked up T-cut, I couldn't find it. Auto glass cleaner, no use headlight fog remover. What you doing? I'm cleaning a vacuum. Obviously. I didn't know. When you say, okay, from now on, when any of you guys respond to something, can you say what you're responding to? Because I'll say something, and then by the time you respond and it shows up in chat, I forgot what you were even talking about. Did you say? Because you just said, because Tecto just said I don't know, and I'm like, what was that? What was that in a response to? But yeah, this wand is a lot thinner. It feels like a Phantom Fury wand, honestly. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. So it doesn't lock at all. You just have to yank it. Well, that's good, because at first I thought it locked, and then you'd have to just yank it off. But no, it actually doesn't. It's still loose until you do that and pull the wand off. So that's interesting. There's a lot of things I didn't know about this design, and it's actually kind of smart. Although, honestly, I think I still prefer the 14 where it just has an actual button. Because, honestly, this mechanism, to me, still feels like, every time I use it, it still feels like I'm breaking it. Like, I have no issue with just pressing a button instead. And see, I keep thinking that it's not on, but then it's already on all the way. I don't know. I'm kind of wishy-washy on the idea of not having a button here. Obviously, Dyson... See, like, for a brief time, they added it back. Like, the 24 had a button. The 55... Or, no. A version of the small ball had a button on it. The 33 obviously had a button. Somehow I forgot the 33, and it's literally right behind me. About the cleaner head. Well, you didn't know what about the cleaner head? What did I say about the cleaner head? About me putting it on? I'm lost. Anyways. Also, just like the 15, this has 2 lower cord hooks, which you can't see because of my legs. This has 2 lower cord hooks. And I don't know why. I don't know why they couldn't just build a cord hook into the hose. Because that way, if you break the cord hook, you can just replace the hose. You don't have to actually replace the entire assembly. But then again, these do feel more robust than a simple clip. That's probably why they did it. Because, of course, if the upper cord hook breaks, which I don't like the way this is angled. It always feels like it's going to break. But, you can do that. Also, people get mad at Shark and Phantom for having cord clips where the wands can get pulled off, but at least they have a cord clip. Dyson doesn't have cord clips, and I don't know why. Like, yeah, I know it's kind of superfluous because it's designed for you to take the entire cord off in order to get to the wand, but still, you should still have a cord clip, like right here or here or something, for if someone is only using it in upright mode and they want to clip the cord somewhere. I don't know why that's such a ridiculous... See, I'm not even putting that much pressure on this cord hook, and I feel like I'm going to break it. I really don't like that. And it really worries me. Maybe that's why there's so many replacement wands, because these cord hooks probably snap off all the time. Because look, I'm not even putting any extra pressure on it, and that thing feels like it's going to snap right off. Here we go. Pull that even tighter and feel like I'm going to break it even more. About the sole plate being removable. Okay, now I get it. Yeah, now I remember. Yeah, about just buying the sole plate. I almost wonder if it would make more sense to just wrap it around this part of the handle instead. Because you'd have to loop it through the handle, which would be annoying, but I wouldn't. I mean, I guess that's there, so if this breaks, So that way, if this breaks, then you can still loop it around this part of the handle. Maybe that's why they did that. I'm not sure how to get this HEPA filter out. Does it like twist? Or do you just pull it? I don't want to break it. Because I don't really know how to remove this HEPA filter. I don't need to. I'm just wondering how I would go about doing that. So, again, there's a lot of play in this. Yeah. All right. So that concludes today's work on the DC-18. Well, there we go. And I need to work on that 33. So as far as the vacuums I'm working on, I just worked on the PowerForce the T series is done. I just got the Hoover T series up. So I'll need to do release a video on that. Have a small video on the PowerForce Compact. I'm not sure if I'm going to bother with uploading that, but I did do that. And then what else? And then obviously I'm going to work on the DC-33 or the Dirt Devil Breeze. I'm not sure which one we're going to work on next. Vacuum Lover KP says bye. All right, bye. My pistol is a CleanView 68Z3E. Interesting. But yeah. Wow, is it 9:45 already? Have I been fixing this vacuum for almost 2 hours now? Wow, that's insane. You need to get one of those like little stand things that. See, I don't want to push it by the head because I feel like I'm gonna break it. I need one of those like little discs that spin, like the Lazy Susan thing, so I can just spin it, oscillate it like a fan. Now subscribe. Nose is itchy. But yeah. No one can, if I heard you, come out and play. Her name is Alice. She's climbing through the window, the shapes and shadows, Alice. And even though she's breathing, she's a lot the meaning for you. This kingdom, good riddance. Something with something, innocence that I forgot. Her name is Alice. She's climbing through the window, through shapes and shadows, Alice. And even though she's dreaming, she's a lot the me were you. Hands are dirty again. Well, I'm gonna go wash my hands again, so I'll be right back. That'll be the last time, I promise. All right, I'm back. I am back. I'm covered in dust. Come out and play. Her name is Alice. She's climbing to the window. Shapes and shadows. Do 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 do. Also, OfferUp is really stupid because I'm trying to add my card to it so I can earn, the money that I make from sales on there, and it's not taking my card for some reason, which is annoying. Granted, my card expires this month, so that's probably why. But I haven't gotten my replacement card yet. So, and for now, my current card still works for basic transactional stuff. I just can't input it in any sort of website, which is annoying. Which, of course, only applies to OfferUp because it's the only place where it's not. Man, so when I get a new card, am I going to have to, re-input it into everything? I guess it's probably good for security. I mean, and I've had my card for 3-4 years now? 3 years? 3 years. I got it in 2017. Yeah, so 3 years. I guess I got it in May 2017, right? Because that would have been exactly 3 years from now. Huh. I don't know. Damn, that sucks. Oh, big deal. I mean, OfferUp's because I went through OfferUp to sell Cameron the Clean View 2 Deluxe, and I gave it to him, so I accepted the lowest offer that OfferUp would take, and which is $2. That's the lowest price you can charge for something on OfferUp, at least something that shipped that weighs 20 pounds. So it was $2, and OfferUp took their cut, which was $1.99. So that means it literally says, attention, activate your OfferUp. You have 1 cent waiting for you. And I'm like, oh, big deal. Oh my gosh, 1 penny, which I actually just dropped one on the floor. It's like, oh my gosh, 1 penny. That's so insane. Probably should list the other machines on. I should probably just get in the habit of listing all my machines on OfferUp. The problem is, if someone buys it, then I gotta find a shipping box, which is annoying. But if it means I sell something, then yeah, that's probably good. No dance and then it sounds it's sorry, but Man, no one ever even watches these streams after they're done anyway, so it's kind of like, what's the point? Might as well just be stupid. Have you ever bought a motor for your vacuums before to replace ones that were shot? I've never bought one per se, but I have swapped them between machines. The most you'll have to re-input is the CCV and the pin if you change it. My card expired last year. Oh, well, there you go. Well, obviously the CCV makes sense because that's the part that expired. So yeah, that makes sense. And I probably won't. Maybe I should change my pin. I don't know. Should I change my current pin from blah 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 blah? If I said that, then yeah, the answer would be yes. Identity theft is funny. Not really. Smells like expired light. Thank goodness that landed on the metal part. That would have sucked if that had shattered. I can hear the little thingy, the little, whatchamacallit, rattling around in there now. There it is. I shake it so hard my cheeks jiggle. You should upgrade all of your house bulbs to LED. That's a good idea. See, I've actually been thinking about getting the Philips Hues because, from what I understand, a starter set for Philips Hues is like $100, and then I can control all my lights with my phone. And I believe I could put those bulbs in my lamps. Well, not this one because this one's already LED, but I can get LED bulbs that are Philips Hue, and I can get ones that are different that change colors and are all like smart lights. And it looks pretty cool. I've been thinking about getting one of those. And of course, like anything, I could just say, hey, it's for review. And then I could do a review on them and then just keep them. So I've been thinking about doing that. And then, of course, whenever I move out and get my own place, I can obviously move them. And because they're just bulbs. And they pretty much never burn out. So I can pretty much just, keep them in my room. And then once I get my own place, I'll still be able to keep the bulbs. Because it's not like it's not like a wiring job. It's not a permanent installation. So I have no problem getting those. I love the movie Identity Theft. I wasn't talking about the movie, but yeah, sure. It sounds familiar. Have I watched that? I may have watched it. Pretty much all bulbs in my house are LED. Yo, what's up? Hello. Yeah, that's always good. These are incandescents. I could have sworn they made these illegal at one point. I could have sworn that they made these incandescent bulbs illegal, and then at one point, and then like a few years later, like they just started coming back again, and I guess no one cared. I don't know. I don't follow the light bulb industry very closely. But like, I could have sworn that in the US, these round incandescent bulbs were like illegal. And then at some point, they just started, and then they said, okay, you have to use the twisty ones. Whatever those are called. And then at some point everyone just like stopped caring. Or I'm assuming because then people were still buying the incandescent bulbs because they're all discounted. So then people were buying the cheap lights. And then I guess something happened and people just kept buying them and kept buying them and kept buying them and kept buying them, and then they just never stopped. They never stopped making them. No, I had that right. They never stopped making them. I don't know. My bulbs in my house are GE daylight LED, and my parents' bedroom are soft white along with our living room. I wonder which one will look better for videos. Definitely not these bulbs. These give like a yellow cast. Just came to see how we going. Get more levels in the game to complete. We're going good. I fixed the DC-18. One of the brushes still has some hair in it that I need to pull out, but beyond that, it's good. And then we'll wash out the cyclone assembly at some point, but it'll be good. And once the stair tool arrives, it'll be complete. Actually, I wonder when that will arrive, because that's shipping from Canada. But Canada's not too bad. Let's see, eBay. eBay's a magical place. Whenever shit actually gets delivered, that is. No one can ever hurt you. Or so they say. Her name is Alice. I paid $2.87 for a genuine Dyson DC-18 stair tool. Because I offered $4 Canadian. So I got a genuine stair tool for, with shipping was like $10, so it's like $12 in total, which isn't bad. It isn't too bad. Dust on my nose. I also replaced the shop light with a Honeywell LED shop light from Sam's Club since the old one was noisy. Just one more question. How much longer? Sorry if I'm congested right now. All this dust. I really need to install a new air purifier. This is probably really bad for my lungs. No wonder I have breathing problems. I've got to go. Have a good night. Have a good one. Just one more question. How much longer are you going to stream? Oh, it's 10 o'clock. Oh. Well, in that case, I will stream for like another few seconds. Because I'm going to wrap it up right about now. Because I want to clean all this crap up, and then I want to put my body in that bed and fall asleep. That sounded weird the way that I said that. I gotta put my body in that bed. That sounds weird. Ignore that. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next stream and or video. The video will probably come first because I'll try to upload something tomorrow at least, because I got a few things on the back burner that I'd like to release. Yeah, offer up. You have 1 cent. You have 1 cent pending. Add deposit info. All right. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video and or stream or both, hopefully. And I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was pretty much just a vlog of me fixing my DC-18. Or just refurbishing it. Again, I still haven't even checked to see if the damn thing runs. I'm sure it runs just fine. But yeah, anyways, this is Intelitech Studios signing out. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you all have a good one. Have a great rest of your night, and take care.